Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Beaver and we are back on YouTube. Now, a couple of things happened last year that forced us to take a break from YouTube, but we are back again. Now, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody for sticking with us and allowing me the time to get back into YouTube. I just want to say a special thanks to Bearded and Board, brother. Your emails meant a hell of a lot to me, as well as to the family, to get back into doing the YouTube thing. So thanks, brother, it really did mean a lot. Now, we didn't just sit around and do nothing in this period. We actually did a couple of things to the studio to upgrade it, and that's what we're going to be looking at in this video, as well as a quick run of all the old products that we made on the channel, or everything that was left over after a couple of years that has been standing around. We're going to pop all of those things back in the still, and then we are going to redistill it with a new technique that I learned when I was offline, and I just did a couple of runs just in my spare time. So yeah, we're going to be doing that, as well as looking at a couple future projects that we have coming up on the channel, including building a Solera system, as well as filling up a 9-liter barrel. Now, we'll look at those things in a bit more detail going forward a little bit later in the video. But let's first get the still set up, because I'm running out of time and Eskom is going to be turning off the power. So yeah, let's quickly set up the camera and get the still all set up and ready. While it's warming up, we'll check into all the other projects. So with the still now filled up with a whole bunch of old projects, and that's roughly about 40 liters of product that we have inside of the still at the moment. It's time to assemble the still, get it all the way up there, and then I will pop back down just to show you guys the little tweaks that I did to make this run possible. With the still now up to temperature and we are about to start the run, the more observant among you would have seen me add something to the bubble plates as I was setting up the still. Now, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it properly, but on top of each of the bubble plates now, I've added some SPP. Now, the SPP is copper SPP that we did add to the top of each of the bubble plates, and this allows us to have more of the vapor liquid interaction than we did with just the 6 plates. Now, this will allow us to get a little bit of higher ABV, but we'll be doing a complete video on that coming soon, where I'll explain how I got to that and the experiments I did to prove the concept. So full video on that coming up. The other thing we did add to the still is right after the condenser. So here's our condenser. Our liquid comes down and it runs through a little bit of activated carbon to allow us to filter out the last little bits of nasty tasters. This is for us to be able to do a completely neutral run. That's what we're doing with all the old stuff that we have in the still. The other thing we did is, and excuse the mess, to the still is to allow us to get a little bit better water conservation and all that other fun stuff. We've now added 2 drums, so let me quickly pan over. So over here we've got 500 liters of liquid. Inside of here we have autofill, and there's the water coming back and going back into the still. Over here we have the pump pumping it out, so the water comes from this filter here, this pump here, goes through the still and it pumps into this one, and they are interconnected at the bottom, allowing the water to circulate all the way around the still, and this will keep us running the still at a lower temperature. We also added gas to the still, so as you can see at the bottom there, we did add gas to the still. This allows us to now be able to film and record during load shedding, as well as the pump that's running in the cold water circulation system. That pump is small enough so I can run it on the solar power that we've installed at the house, allowing us to be able to film videos even when the power is down. The couple of projects that we have coming up on the channel that I'm really excited about is, we have at the top there, as you can see, we have plenty of barrels. 3 of these barrels, including the 4th one over there, is going to be all the ones in plastic. they are going to be used for our Solera aging system. So that is 1, 2, 3 3-litre barrels and 1 6-litre barrel. And then over there, we've got a 9-litre barrel that we need to fill with something. Now I'm going to put the polls up on the community side of things for you guys to vote on what we should put into those barrels, including the Solera system. I'll put a couple of suggestions up there and you guys can go and vote on what we need to put into those barrels. Lastly, channel updates. As you can see behind me, the studio is not completely finished yet. We still need to run power, install the lights and all the other fun stuff, but the email for the channel has changed. It's no longer the email that you used to send emails to. Now, we did have a couple of issues with the email, so we lost a couple of them, but now the email is going to be info@beaverdiy.com. I'll put a link down, or I'll put the email address down in the description box below, so you can just pop back down there and then get my new email address. Now, this is going to be the dedicated email for the channel, and it's going to allow you to send emails to me, and it's not going to get lost in all of the mess of the videos or of my personal emails that seem to have happened over the last couple of months. Lastly, guys, thank you very much for sticking with the channel. I really do appreciate it. We are working on a website to get our website up with all the recipes and all the fun stuff on there. And then yeah, I'll be replying to comments and emails over the next couple of days. You'll see me starting to reply to comments and emails. But if I miss your email, please resend it to info@beaverdiy, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and have a lekker day.